So let's start tonight in a comfortable seat. Any seat that feels good for you. Sitting up nice and tall, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Closing down the eyes if that feels good for you today, or otherwise just softening your gaze in front of you. And then just connecting with the breath, following the breath in and out of the body. Lengthening the breath as you inhale, lengthening the breath as you exhale. And just start to feel the movement of the body as we inhale and exhale. Just taking one more round of breath here, noticing what parts of your body are connecting with the mat. And then on the next inhale, we'll inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continuing like this, extending the exhale as long as you need. You can bring it back to a shorter count if you like, but just focusing on your own breath and your own timing for 2 more rounds of breath. After your last exhale, just coming back to normal breathing and just noticing the effects that this sort of breathing has on the body. Maybe a heating breath may heat the body a little bit, may bring a bit more energy to the body, but just observing. There's no right answer here. On the next inhale, let's inhale deeply, blinking open the eyes. And bringing our palms up overhead to lightly touch. Exhale, twisting, left hand outside the right thigh, right fingertips behind you. Inhale to sit up tall first, and then twisting through the upper spine. Trying not to jam the neck, just gently gazing backwards or in front of you, whatever feels good in your neck. And then inhale both arms back to center. Exhaling over the other way. Right hand to left thigh. Always sit up tall first and then twist through the upper back. And then just find where your gaze feels comfortable. One more breath here. And then coming back to center, inhaling the arms up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm across the body, across the right, left ear. Maybe gazing under your armpit. You can bend the right elbow if that feels good. Just finding your shape to feel a nice stretch out of the left hip, all the way to the left fingertips. And then coming up over to the other side. Reaching with the top arm, lengthening it. Can you take the bend out of your elbow? Yes, and reach the arm. Maybe gazing under your armpit. You can bend the left elbow if that feels good. And then inhale, coming up. Let's bring the arms out to a T. Right arm under left. Inhaling the fingertips up. So really squeezing the elbows and the forearms together. And then exhaling, rounding through the upper back. Elbow to navel. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, coming up. Opening the arms to the side. Changing the cross. So left arm under right. Inhale to lift the fingertips up. Exhale as if you're drawing a rainbow over to the right. Fingertips up and over. Squeezing the forearms together. Reaching the fingertips away from you. Nice. Inhale, coming back up. Lifting the arms first as if you're drawing that rainbow shape over to the other side. Inhale, coming up. Releasing the arms, giving them a little bit of a shake. Removing your block if you're sitting on one. And coming up onto hands and knees. So taking a moment to spread your hands wide on the mat, fingertips and thumb as far away from each other as you can. Hands are under the shoulders. Knees are under the hips. Let's inhale the belly towards the mat, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening through the chest, gazing forward. As we exhale, curling in the hips, rounding the back up. Right up through the upper back, chin to chest last. Reversing that, starting with the hips or the sit bone. So opening the hips up, tilting them towards the ceiling, dropping the belly, opening the heart. And then reversing into your cat pose. So tucking the hips first, rounding the back. Chin to chest last. From there, let's just come back to a neutral shape. And we're going to extend the right leg behind us, ball of the foot to the mat. So really reaching that back leg as far away from you as you can. You're on the ball of the foot. Growing long through the arms. Let's inhale the right heel up. Exhale, tap the toe to the mat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Knee out to the right. Knee to right tricep. Hold there for a breath. And then inhale back. Extending the right leg behind you. Weight even through both arms and through both hands. Coming onto the fingertips of the left hand. Let's exhale the left arm forward. Reaching the left arm and the right leg away from each other. Pulling your belly in towards your lower spine. From there, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Moving slowly. Exhale, elbow to knee. Lifting yourself away from that hand on the ground. Exhale, extend. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, extend. Replace the left hand. Right leg out to the right. Try and keep at the height of the hip with even weight in both hands. And then gently placing the foot onto the floor. Tiptoeing your hands up towards you. Bringing your hands to heart center. Let's inhale the right hand down and the left arm up and over. Exhaling, opening up to center. Left hand down, right arm up, right foot up. Flex that heel. Nice. Exhaling, replacing the foot, bringing yourself back, reversing the shape. Left arm over the left ear. And then left hand comes down, right hand comes down, right leg sweeps up behind you, engaging the glute. Let's do our little push-up shape. So elbows bend in towards the ribs, reaching forward rather than down. Maybe your chin just touches the mat. Push back up. Let's do 2 more like that. So elbows in towards the ribs first. Reach your chin forward as your right heel reaches back. So you're coming down slowly with control. Pushing back up. Nice. 1 more. Elbows in, reaching forward. And coming back up. Both knees down. Let's do 1 cat-cow. So coming into your cow pose. Exhaling into your cat. Finding your neutral shape. Lengthening your left leg behind you, coming onto the other side. So just take a moment to set up your shape so you're feeling nice and balanced, even weight through both palms. Extending your left leg behind you, belly to spine. Let's do the 3 taps. So ball of the foot down, lifting it up. Try and just gaze about a foot in front of your mat. Second tap, lifting the left leg up. Third tap, up we go. Bending the left knee to the left knee to left tricep. Feel your weight coming forward, shoulders forward of the wrists as you do that. And then exhaling your left leg back. From there, we're going to bring the left leg out towards the left. So even weight in both hands. Lifting the left foot up. Try and get it in line with your hip. And then exhaling, stepping the left foot down. So the left foot's parallel to your mat, following the same line as your mat. Arms out to a T. Left arm down. Right arm up and over. Reaching across the ear. Inhale, coming back. Right fingertips down. Left arm up and over, left leg up. See if it can make a straight line out of your hip. Exhaling the foot down, coming back up, left hand down, right hand down, left leg up behind you, coming into our mini push-up. So 3 here. So let's bend the elbows first into the ribs. Reach the heart forward. Maybe see if you can reach a little bit further this time, chin towards the top of your mat, and then pushing up. Let's do 2 more like that. So elbows into ribs first. Let them be a shelf for you, and then stretching your chin as far forward as you can go. Exhale, pushing up. How much fun is this? Elbows into your ribs, reaching, reaching, reaching. Last one, pushing up, replacing the knees. Hips towards the heels for your child's pose. Gently walking your fingers out and finding rest here. Feeling your forehead, your palms, your shins, tops of the feet, whatever's supporting you on the mat. Whatever's grounding you to the earth. And then just becoming focused on the breath again. Big belly breaths in. Exhaling to release. After a day like Mother's Day yesterday, which really reminds us what a giving, nurturing role we all play in our children's lives, in our parents' lives, our partners, our friends. We're giving, giving, giving all the time, and it's so important that we remember to give to ourselves as well. So just taking this time to spend with yourself on the mat, not to change anything about yourself or about the way you practice, just to experience being with yourself in a loving, nurturing way. On the next inhale, let's walk the hands back in, come back to all fours, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, finding our downward facing dog. Taking a moment, you can bend the knees, whatever you need. You can move the hips side to side, whatever you need to find your shape in down dog tonight. Take a breath here and let something go. Inhaling the right leg up. Exhaling, stepping through for your low lunge. So you take care of your bodies tonight and respect any injuries that you've got. So not pushing too far, just enjoying the feeling of the movements. Exhaling back to half Hanuman. Inhaling back to Anjali-asana, low lunge. Exhaling, left hand down, right arm up for simple twist. Keep the back knee on the ground for this time. Right arm inside right foot, left arm up. Bringing the left hand down to meet the right. We're going to step the right foot back to meet the left in a plank pose. Zipping up the legs, squeezing the glutes, pulling the tummy in, rounding through the shoulders. And then let's exhale, heels to the right, side plank. You can keep your left hand on the floor, or you can lift your left arm up, lifting your hips and your waist away from the mat. Maybe gazing up. You can have one foot in front of the other. You can have your bottom knee on the mat. You decide. Maybe we're going to lift the top leg off the bottom leg. It may be high. It may be a centimetre off the bottom leg. It doesn't matter. And then feet together, back to plank pose, over to side plank on the left. Same variation or different. You choose. It's your body, so you do what feels good. And again, lifting the left waist away from the mat. Maybe you're going to lift the top leg up. Maybe not. The right answer is the one that feels good in your body. And then exhaling back to plank. Elbows into the ribs. Slowly lowering yourself down all the way onto your mat. Bringing the fingertips to the outside of the mat. Let's inhale up for cobra pose. Squeezing the glutes, tops of the feet and the pelvis on the mat. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. Chin to chest. Chin lifts off the chest to gaze forward at the top of the movement. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, rounding up. Last one here. Let's squeeze the glutes, squeeze the shoulders, opening the heart to the front of the room, gazing forward. And then exhaling, slowly lowering down. Hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes, pushing up through plank or through all fours into downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Exhaling. Inhaling the left leg up. Exhale, stepping forward for your low lunge. Inhale, coming up. Exhaling, half Hanuman. Ardha Hanumanasana. Inhale up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Taking a breath here. As you exhale, left hand inside left foot, right arm up. Opening to the side, very nice. Exhaling, both hands down, stepping back into your plank pose. So heels to the left, staggering the feet, one foot on top of the other, or your bottom leg down. Maybe you're going to lift the top leg up. Maybe you're going to come into tree pose. You choose. If you take a variation and it doesn't feel good, choose a different variation. And then exhaling, coming back to center. You can hold the tree if you've got it, and then step the right foot back, coming into side plank on the left, on the right side, left arm up. Taking the same variation or a different variation, just keeping your right waist away from the mat. Maybe it's a tree pose. Maybe not. Maybe you've got your right knee supporting you on the mat. Exhaling, back to plank pose. Chaturanga, slowly down all the way to the mat. Reaching your arms back beside you, palms facing down. Tops of the feet, pelvis on the mat. Squeezing the glutes. Let's inhale, our heart open, arms back. Exhaling down, Shalabhasana. Same version, or lifting the legs up as well. Inhale, reaching back, engaging the legs, squeezing the glutes. Maybe the legs float up. Exhaling down. Hands under the shoulders, tucking the toes, pushing up through plank, lifting the hips up, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here. Exhale to let something go. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, stepping through for high lunge. We're on the ball of the back foot. Inhaling the arms up, bending into the front knee. Exhaling, sweeping your arms back behind you into arrowhead pose. Leaning forward over your front leg, heart is open. Maybe you're going to float your back foot up into warrior three. Flex that heel, engage that leg. Inhale, starting to stand up, bending your left knee to your chest. Hands to heart center. Maybe you find tree pose with the left foot without using your hands. Just noticing where the heel lands. One more breath here. And then exhaling, crossing the left foot over the right, starting to come down into a forward fold. Fingertips to the mat or to a block. Trying to line the baby toes beside each other. But again, we're all built differently. So just see how that feels for you. From there, inhaling to halfway lift. Exhaling to fold down, lengthening the spine. lowering the head towards the mat. Taking an inhale. Exhaling to let that go. Inhale, curling yourself up. Hands to heart center. Knee to chest. Reaching the leg forward in front of you. Maybe lifting it a little bit higher, growing tall out of the standing leg. Exhaling, left foot down, right leg up. Keeping your hands to heart center, you can stay in warrior three, or you can start to fold down into a standing split. If you fall out, just bring your fingertips to the mat. Otherwise, engaging the top leg, slight engagement of the belly, keeping the gaze steady. Maybe your leg doesn't lift too high, it doesn't matter. It's just the feeling of being in this inverted shape, playing with balance. When you're ready, exhaling, bringing right foot to meet the left, sweeping the arms up, exhaling, folding down, stepping one foot back, stepping the other foot back through a plank, and then piking the hips into your downward facing dog. So just take a breath here. Exhale loudly to let everything go. Inhaling, left leg up. Exhaling, stepping the left foot through, high lunge. Reaching the arms up, lunging as deeply or as little as you like tonight. It's your practice, your Mother's Day gift. Lowering the shoulders away from the ears, maybe reaching the arms back, leaning over the left leg for your arrowhead pose. Opening the heart, really reach the arms back, then come onto the tippy toe of the right foot. Maybe you float up into your warrior three. Taking a breath here. And then bringing the hands to heart center. Start to stand up. Bring the right foot out in front of you. Flexing the right foot. And then find your tree pose. Maybe it's the same, maybe it's different. Honestly, it does not matter. So keeping your gaze soft, keeping your eyes still, just breathing into the shape. And then exhaling, slowly crossing the right foot over the left. Inhaling to halfway lift. Exhaling, coming into your forward fold. Noticing the cross of the legs on this side. Maybe your feet are together. Maybe it's really different from the other side. Absolutely does not make any difference. It's just an observation. Taking one more breath here. Exhaling to release. Inhaling, slowly rounding yourself up. Hands back to heart center. Right knee to the chest, flexing the foot. Exhaling the leg behind you. Hands to heart, extending the leg. Maybe bringing yourself back down into your standing split. The littlest amount, your deepest standing split, you choose. You make the decision that's right, that's nourishing and luxurious in your body. And when you're ready, fingertips to the mat. Right foot meets left. Let's heel toe our feet hip distance apart. Gently bringing our hips towards our heels. Hands to heart. Finding a malasana, yogic squat for a breath. Pushing the knees away, pushing the knees into the elbows while the elbows push into the knees. And then let's exhale, reaching our hands forward. Slowly lower our hips onto the mat. Of course, you can use your hands if you need. Coming through a Navasana. And then gently lowering yourself down onto your back. Taking a big breath here. Letting something go as you exhale. Inhaling our knees to our chest. Little rock, side to side. Let's place our heels down onto the mat. Just see if you can feel your heels with your middle finger. Heels under the knees. Let's lift our hips up for a bridge pose here. Feeling the weight rolling onto the shoulders, squeezing the glutes together, but keeping the neck soft. Making sure you're not crunching the neck. The chin is away from the chest. And then just find rest here in this bridge pose. Just focusing on squeezing the glutes a little bit more to open the front of the hips. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, slowly lowering your back down to the mat. Upper, mid, lower back. Knees come together. Keeping the heels wide. Just taking a breath here, letting the breath settle. And then from there, let's cross the right leg over the left for eagle legs. So you can double bind or not. Again, it's what feels nice in your body. Opening your arms out to a T. Just shifting the hips over to the left, the right, and let your knees drop over to the left. Gazing over your right fingertips if that feels good for you. The eyelids can softly close. And just taking a couple of breaths here, softening into this shape. Are the shoulders on the mat? Is your belly soft? Inhaling for one more deep breath. As you exhale, starting to come back to center. Uncrossing the legs. Lifting the hips and just bringing them over to the left side of the mat. And then crossing the left leg over the right. 1 bind or 2. And then exhale, slowly bringing the knees over to the right. Gazing over to the left. If it feels good, otherwise gaze at the ceiling. And as the practice starts to slow down, just feel the breath returning to normal. Feeling the body starting to relax and let go. And then inhaling back to center. Just shifting the hips back into the center of the mat. Lowering one leg down, then the other. Bringing your palms to face up on the mat. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, welcoming your Shavasana, your rest. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. Let my voice bring your attention back into your body. Just doing a quick scan of the body as you deepen your breath. Noticing what's changed since you first started the practice. Bringing some movement into the fingers and the toes. And then squeezing the knees into the chest, bringing the hands to the shins, maybe a little rock side to side. And then gently coming over onto your right side. Your right ear rests on your extended right arm. And just take a breath here. Keeping the eyes closed, gently bring yourself back up to a seat. Any comfortable seat. Sitting up nice and tall, fingertips beside you on the mat. Just sit here for a moment, feeling the sensation under our fingertips as we connect with the earth. Taking a deep breath in here. Let's bring our arms up towards the ceiling, fingertips touch lightly. As we bring our hands down to heart center, towards our heart that is full of giving to everyone around us. Let's bow our forehead towards our heart to remind ourselves to be giving to ourselves as well. Namaste.